Some animals have played a huge role in our history and popular culture, which leads to the conclusion that humans are not the only ones who have played the role of cultural pioneers through time. Dolly proving that cloning is possible. Date, July 5, 1996. This cheerful sheep was born from the belly of one of her 3 mothers, as she was the result of the first cloning of a mammal from an adult, mature, cell. Dolly's birth proved that the technique adopted to transfer the nucleus from a mature cell to an unfertilized egg exposed to electricity, and then implanted in a surrogate mother, was an effective technique, called somatic cell nuclear transfer. Later, Dolly died of lung disease at the age of 6, but her cloning technique was used to produce larger mammals later, including pigs, deer, horses, and oxen. Sure, Amy the pigeon that saved hundreds of American infantry soldiers during World War I. This pigeon had a share of its name, and it was a dear friend of the American infantry, and the great gratitude of this carrier pigeon is due to its delivery of 12 messages during its service in the military signal corps. The American forces were in France, but the most important message of them all was that they delivered in early October 1918. On that day, Major Charles White Wheatley and 500 infantrymen were trapped behind enemy lines without food or ammunition, and for fear of his battalion being exposed to the dangers of fire. Girlfriend, Whittlesey tried to send messages to his comrades with a pigeon. The first 2 pigeons sent for this purpose were killed, but Shirami managed to survive a hail of fire to deliver this message: "We are all the way parallel to 276.4, our artillery is falling straight at us, for heaven's sake, stop it." With this message, the bombing stopped. The soldiers were saved. Shirami was awarded the Croix de Guerre Medal for courage, and after her death in 1919, her body was placed and preserved at the Smithsonian Institution. David Graybeard, show the true intelligence of chimpanzees. Until 1960, scientists believed that only humans had the ability to make and use tools, but on November 4 of that year, primatologist Jane Goodall demonstrated the ability of David Graybeard, which is a chimpanzee she was caring for and studying, used the stems of herbs to extract termites from their nests. Later, Goodall also demonstrated that David Graybeard and another chimpanzee made hunting tools by stripping twigs from their leaves, and in a letter to Bill Morris in 2011, Jane Goodall said, "David was the first a chimpanzee allows me to get close to him, the first chimpanzee to get rid of his fear, and he helped me learn about that magical world out there in the forest." The dog Balto, who delivered the rescue vaccines in 1925, doctors in Alaska faced a fatal dilemma, as a diphtheria epidemic was on its way to spread throughout the city of Nome, a city located on the west coast of the state, and the only vaccine was who could save lives in Seattle, and because the medicine couldn't be delivered by plane, officials came up with a solution that would take longer. They wanted to use several teams of skate dogs to deliver the anti-venom to the village.